finding lowest common denominators for these two fractions here, or rational expressions, the same thing for the second problem here. So like we said before, it's only about going at the denominators, okay? We are not adding, we are not subtracting yet. So we take the first one here, which is y squared minus 4, and then we said, what can we do with it? And the first thing you always gotta, think about all the time is, can I factor it? So this is a polynomial here, okay? A binomial to be more precise, but a polynomial, of course. Can we factor that? Yes. So if we can factor, we go for it. So this one is a difference of two squares. And difference of two squares, what happens with that? So that means you have y minus 2 times y plus 2. Bingo. That's it for that. All right? Then you come here to the second one, second denominator. Can you factor this one further? No. It's only y minus 2, and there's nothing else you can do about it. Okay? So you have this, and you have that. But don't forget, what are we solving for? Lowest common denominator. And what did we know about it? Is that you have to do what? Pull out the different factors. What are the different factors that we have here? We have y minus 2, and then we have y plus 2. All right? So those are the different factors. Because remember, y minus 2 here is the same y minus 2 here. There's no difference. All right? But how many times y minus 2 occurs? Once here. And once here. So we're going to take it how many times? One time. Okay? Most people make this mistake to think that because I have y minus 2 here, y minus 2 here, I'm going to join them together to make it y minus 2 to second power. No. It's only once, because you only judge it, balance it throughout the two separate denominators and see which one is higher. And the higher one is the one you'll be pick up. But because this is only happening one time, this also is only happening one time, so you take y minus 2 only one time. Now let's go to y plus 2. Y plus 2 occurs here how many times? One time. And here, 0 time. So that means what? We're going to take y plus 2 one time only. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, you finished. Your lowest common denominator is y minus 2 times y plus 2. Done. All right? So we go for the second one. So we have 6 over x to the second power plus 3x plus 2 and 4 over x squared plus 4x plus 3. So what's happening here? Same thing. We got to factor if possible. All right? So we take the denominator here, which is x second plus 3x plus 2. How do we factor that? We can use the AC method. We have trinomial 3 terms here, right? 1, 2, 3 terms. So we can use the AC method. AC method says what? Take A, which is 1 in this case, multiply by C, which is 2. So 1 times 2 is what? 1 times 2 is 2, right? So we're looking for two numbers. When you multiply them up, we give you 2. When you add them up, it's going to give you 3. What are those two numbers? 1 times 2. Because 1 times 2 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3. So you end up with what? X plus 1 times x plus 2, and you are finished with this one. All right? So you go to the next one. X squared plus 4x plus 3. So the same thing, AC method, right? The A is what? Is 1. The C is 3 in this case. So 1 times 3 is going to give us 3. And then also, you're trying to find two numbers that multiply, give you positive 3. The same two numbers add up, give you positive 4. That would be what? 3 and 1. Because 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So you end up with what? You end up with x plus 1 times x plus 3. All right? Bit of issue of space there, right? Okay, so now we got to go for the lowest common denominator. So after you factor them out, what are you going to do? You're going to have to collect the different factors. Meaning what? We have x plus 1, which is one factor, right? Which is also here. We have x plus 2, which is another factor. And then we have x plus 3 also, which is a third factor. So we end up with x plus 1 as one factor, x plus 2, and then x plus 3. So the question is, how many times do they occur? X plus 1 occurs here once. occurs here once. So we're going to take x plus 1 how many times? One time only. X plus 1. How about x plus 2? Once here, 0 time here. We're going to take it one time. So x plus 2. And then we have x plus 3, correct? So x plus 3 here one time, and then one time here. No time here. We're going to take x plus 3, one time there. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we are finished with that. Okay? So we are finished with the lowest common denominator. All right? Because remember, the lowest common denominator is the smallest denominator such that when you take this, you can factor this one, you can factor that one with them. Okay? All throughout. Let's try that very quickly. So if you take this one, so x plus 1 times x plus 2 times x plus 3, then you say divided by x plus 1 times x plus 2, right? So what's going to happen? X plus 1 out, x plus 2 out. What is left? X plus 3 is left. So from the first one, this is what you get. Okay? So that means the lowest common denominator can divide your denominator evenly. So you guys can try for the second denominator, okay? And see if you're going to get it right. All right? So that means you're dividing this one by x plus 1 times x plus 3 and see what you're going to get. All right? Thank you.